Today, I'm giving you an inside look behind the operations of a 100-car Turo fleet. Just to put this into perspective, imagine what goes into cleaning and operating and maintaining one vehicle for Turo. There's so much communication with the guests, you're inspecting cars, deep cleaning them, talking to the guests in between trips, and that's all just for one car. Now, imagine that times 100. That's what's going on here. Meet my partners Christian and Sawyer, who manage cars here in Denver, Colorado on behalf of clients all around the United States. They'll be showing us what it takes to manage over 100 vehicles on the platform. This is obviously just a massive operation.
Yeah, about 130, 135, I think.
How are you even keeping track of what needs to be cleaned on a daily basis?
We've been working on like an internal spreadsheet called the board to get everything on track, but most of the time you can just do it from the Turo app. We have like one singular profile for all of our co-hosts, and you can just run through history, make sure everything is, getting cleaned or whatnot.
How many cars do you think y'all are doing today?
We're probably doing 50 or so, 40 to 50. So we're gonna be real diligent about like counting them in the morning, but
yeah,
figured out it doesn't really change anything. We just get out here and get it done.
Do you know how much revenue you guys generated in the last year?
I think I was hoping, we made 657 so far this year.
When you think of a 100-car Turo fleet, I think the first thing that goes through a lot of people's mind is, where do you even park all of these cars?
I think we were at about 40-ish when we were still running out of Pikes Peak. I mean, you feel like you're robbing a bank or something. You're just trying to clean a car and you're like looking out for people. They have there's probably close to 1,000 spots out here, I would guess, that are strictly for Turo only, and we're kind of starting to overfill that with the number of people that are coming out here. They're very, very Turo friendly. It's the first Turo friendly parking lot we've dealt with at DIA,
What does this lot allow that others don't?
Before at Pikes Peak, you'd have this in your trunk. You felt like you were like stealing car stereos or something. You'd be in there and you'd like vacuum a little bit. That's when we had to take, you were asking about the mats, that's when we had to take the mats home because you couldn't run a pressure washer. And you had to take, every car to the car wash, get it, the exterior cleaned, which we still have some of that, which is nice. It takes some of our load off, but it's definitely a lot different out here, being able to, run a huge pressure washer. And we have access to water now. That was a nightmare in the beginning. We didn't even have access to that in the beginning.
Aside from cleaning and maintenance at that lot, security.
There's so many hosts around here and they're all walking around, and it's just really secure, and you have to have the tags to get in and out, and their license plate scanning and stuff it's really good.
So the other huge issue with that lot was actually to do with security. We got to the point where we had 3 cars stolen in the matter of 3 weeks. Cars were getting stolen left and right. I think it was at the point where 500 cars per week were getting stolen in Denver.
According to the Metropolitan Auto Theft Task Force, auto thefts are up 113% since 2019. On average, we have 75 cars a day are stolen.
And a massive piece of that was that specific parking lot that we were parking all of our cars at. And there were a few glaring issues with that. So first of all, you could not legally clean a vehicle in their lot. So we still did that to an extent, and we just had to act undercover as much as we could. And then my previous partner, Will, the financial wolf, ended up actually getting us kicked out of the lot. That got us to the point where we literally had to take every single car out of the lot whenever we wanted to clean, and we had to pay the entrance and exit fee every single time. So we were racking up bills left and right.
It's not one of my proudest moments, but dude, I saw YouTube content. The guy pulled up in his little car, started getting mad at us. So I just took it and I was like, let's escalate the situation a little bit, have some fun. And I didn't know that would get us kicked out of the parking lot, but in reviewing the footage, I definitely instigated some things. Aaron is good at talking to people even when you're doing something you're not supposed to. Aaron's good at, smoothing things over, but, my bad on that.
So thankfully, at this lot, they're able to actually clean the cars on site. So as you've seen, Christian and Sawyer literally full on power washing every single vehicle, taking the mats out, power washing the mats. They have a vacuum that runs straight to their truck, and it's a really really clean operation compared to what we used to have.
First thing we do is we start to take the all-weather mats out because we rinse those every time. 2 guys will be vacuuming, and myself and Tyler today is trying to pull mats ahead of them and make sure they never have to slow down, because that vacuuming process is kind of the slowest part. We've got all the mats pulled already, everything's rinsed, so right now Tyler's wiping behind them, and I'm going to start reinstalling the clean mats and then parking them so we can start refilling.
I feel like one thing that y'all do differently than most people is license plate covers.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
That was Christian's idea, so I can't take credit for it, but yeah, it is crucial because at this size, you got like 9 of one car, 8 of another car. Almost each plate is numbered.
When you guys aren't here, how do you keep the employees accountable to like know they're actually cleaning cars?
We look at the day beforehand, so I know like exactly how many cars they should be getting done. So, you know, I'll just basically count up till there and say, hey, you need to get to the X car. And then unless any kind of emergency happens, it's usually fine.
How are you guys checking in so many cars? Like, is someone sitting in an office being like, you know, got photos, let me check this car in?
No, our guys do it out here on the phone, all on the app. If there's anything like a swap that needs to be done, they'll just forward it to us in the office via like a chat or something. And we'll do all that stuff so that they can just like keep on cleaning and cranking. But no, they'll take pre-trip photos and check in the car. It's pretty easy on Turo.
Oh, so messaging like 130 guests, how does that work?
It's a lot of work. Right now, we have another co-host helping us in exchange for a certain amount of cars that we take care of her to clean. So she does the brunt of the work, which is great because she doesn't have to come out here to the lot to work on her cars. But we do supplement her, but you know, we've got like a 4-person team plus someone that helps out on admin stuff, so it works.
So like any major issues that have happened while a guest has had a car?
I mean, I don't think anything like extremely crazy has happened. We've had like just, you know, regular like tires blow out. We had some like an upper control arm issue where basically at the end of the day, like we do have to deal with it with the guests.
With the dashboard that we're working with together, how are you guys using that?
Oh, it's gonna be super great for like, just like client payouts, basically like everything's already calculated. It's really nice. And then anytime that our guys like incur expenses or whatnot, they're just gonna upload it easily to the dashboard. So they're like really could be more seamless.
With 130 cars, talk to me about maintenance.
It's hard to keep up on though, and it's very difficult because there's nowhere within like 20 minutes of here to get it done, and we can't do it here yet. We're hoping by next month we'll be able to do them here.
A little bit about us today. Can you explain how we are working together?
By the time we get somebody, you know, we get one of your clients to us, I mean, they're onboarded, you've helped them find the car and everything like that. So it's a pretty smooth process compared to some of the other folks that come, and it's like, I don't even have a car, but I have good credit, and it's, you know, kind of a lot longer process to get them situated. So that's the nice part, is you kind of handle all that.
But do you want to talk about how the dashboard is making things?
It's like, it's so much smoother. I mean, in like full transparency, but you could tell it didn't move as smoothly as it does now. I mean, it's a big difference. In the little bit we've used it, it does flow quite a bit better.